What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Hypersonic. Before we get into this video, I want to thank everybody for 100 subscribers. I know 100 doesn't seem like a big number to some of you guys, but 100 is a big, big deal for me. You know, that shows that 100 people at least are attempting to watch my videos or found a video that I uploaded that caught their interest or, just different things. And it's crazy to me. That is so crazy to me that I have people out there who stop and watch my videos. Thank you guys. This is technically Better Vanilla Mod Pack episode number 3. I will say we die. We're going to have to restart episode 4, but it happens. It happens. It's nothing to get super upset about. But this is kind of a deep dive since you guys couldn't hear me that clearly in the first video that I made talking about everything like that. So, once again, guys, thank you to each and every one of you that support my videos, that like my videos, that share my videos. Let's get straight into this. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Hypersonic, and we have officially done it. We are officially at 100 subscribers. Now, that is a crazy goal. That is a goal that I personally never thought we would reach. It's a goal that truly means a lot to me, that 100 people would subscribe to a channel of somebody of my caliber. And I figured, what not a better way to start than on the game that kind of started my YouTube journey. So all of my old Minecraft videos have been deleted. They've been removed. There is no evidence of those videos ever existing. As you can see, let me get that out of here. I've done a little bit of work to the base since the last time we were on this world. Mainly just flooring. No walls. I haven't tackled the walls or the ceiling. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do to the ceiling. But, guys, I wanted to get on here and just kind of talk a little bit more, that you guys can hear me more clearly, more successfully, I guess you could say. My name is Hypersonic. That's something that I'm just gonna go by on YouTube. My name is Hypersonic. I am 26 years old. I am a father of 4. I have a loving wife who has been featured in quite a few videos on this channel. I have a 9-to-5. It's a decent job, not a bad job. I love gaming and I love entertaining people. Entertaining people has always been something that I've aspired to do, regardless of what kind of mood I am. And kindness is just something that I feel like is something that's needed in the world. Especially nowadays, guys. The world is a very, very dark place. The world is a place that is honestly scary. It's not the same as it was for at least me growing up. Um, Good Lord, that's a lot of torches. But I just kind of want to talk about my dreams and aspirations on this channel and kind of give you guys just information about me. I also, for this episode, would like to work on our farm, but I was trying to figure out where I want it. Not 100% sure yet, but back to the about me, guys. When I started my channel back up, because I've had this channel for years, but like I said, all the older content on my channel was removed quite some time ago. I was just a kid who was inspired by all the like YouTube legends, the YouTube shenanigans, you know. I was a big Skyda's Minecraft fan growing up. I was into the whole like Sky Army, you know, like Deadlocks, Bodil 40, Red Vector, Miss San, your pal Ross, that guy Barney. You know, that era of YouTube is just an era that I remember fondly and I try to cherish very, very deeply. And it's so weird to me that people are actually LARPing as those people. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand everybody kind of has to do their thing. Everybody kind of has their own way of becoming popular on YouTube or such. But it's just a very weird era of YouTube to be in. Because sure, you know, LARPing is cool, but to me, if you're LARPing as somebody else, you're not really showing what you yourself are capable of. You're kind of trying to piggyback off of someone else's career, which is just kind of weird to me, but, you know, to each their own. However, YouTube growing up was what I wanted to do. If you'd have asked 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old Hypersonic what he wanted to do, he wanted to do YouTube. He wanted to vlog. He wanted to do all that stuff. As silly as it sounded, that's what he wanted to do. He aspired to be like his idols. And we had to write a paper in 5th grade on a field trip. And I didn't think that what I did on the field trip would be that interesting. So I tried to write mine about all the YouTube videos that I watched the night before. Because I remember it was a field trip to Washington, D.C. And I was so excited for this field trip that I just had trouble sleeping. So I remember writing this paper about all these YouTubers, and it was just something that kind of always stuck with me. Get my food in my inventory. And of course that got shut down. I had to rework my paper, but you know, I also need to try to do some mining here. Did quite a few things off camera, as you guys can see. I chopped down quite a bit of trees and everything for the floor, but YouTube is what I wanted to do, and You know, I'm not saying it ever will, but if I ever got to the point where I could have people who watched me every day, who wanted to see more content, who wanted me to just do this daily, I'm gonna be honest, I would. Um, I'm a very family oriented guy. As you can tell from the 100 subs short I uploaded, you know, my daughter snuck in and I wasn't going to tell her to get out or restart. I was just going to do it with her in the room. Because I love my kids. And my wife and my kids are honestly like the biggest support system. And just God in general has been so good to us here lately. He's been so good. I also talked a little bit in my last video about men's mental health awareness. Because, guys, believe it or not, mental health is something that I've kind of struggled with my whole life. And I feel like everybody does in this day and age. Which is kind of a crazy thought. I'm trying to get out of here before we die. But I think a lot of everybody's mental health issues comes from just everything being so easily accessible. Which is probably crazy because, you know, I grew up in the era where I guess you could say, like, you always have technology accessible. Technology's always right there. Don't get me wrong, technology is a very good thing. Technology is a very cool thing. But it's so easy to just get lost in technology. And it's so easy just to kind of let it consume every aspect of your life. Which is something that I try not to get so worked up on. But of course, you know, I'm human, so it happens. I find myself doom scrolling a lot. I find myself zoning out a lot. I find myself in my head a lot, you know, whether it's doubting myself or doubting my abilities as a father, doubting my abilities as a husband. But at the end of the day, you know, I see YouTube as an outlet for me just to reach out and extend my hand to try to make someone's life better, try to encourage everybody to be better. And that is honestly something so much more important to me, is just being able to encourage everybody and try to help. You know, if I always say this, well, I say it frequently, and I probably don't always say this, but guys, if you can just encourage or inspire one person in your life, you're succeeding. You are being so generous, and that's the main thing that I want you guys to take away from this. It's just kindness goes so far, because you never know what someone's going through at home. You never know what somebody's got going on. You never know. You never know. You know, they could be um having a hard time, having a hard day, or just, you know, something's not going their way and they don't really tell people, like, they're not really into talking about certain things like that. And I'm not saying you guys got to be perfect, because I'm no means perfect. Nobody is perfect. The only man that was perfect, the world crucified. Put him on the cross. Sorry guys, it was Mrs. Hypersonic. She brought me a cupcake. But, you know, it's like I say, or like I was saying, you know, people aren't perfect. We're just not made to be perfect. And the only one that truly was perfect, we crucified. And that's alone is a thought that's just crazy to me. Is how differently we treat people who are different. How differently we treat others that aren't like us. And I've done it before. I'm not gonna lie, I still do it to this day. To this day, I still do it. But why? It makes you stop and think, why is that in our nature? Why is that our immediate reaction? Why do we have to have this feeling like we're better than everybody? Why is it in our nature that we want to be better than everybody? And you know, I'm not going to be a Bible thumper. That's not my goal. That's not my desire. I'm never going to push my religious beliefs on anybody. Ever. But it's just so wild to me that so many people deny God. There is no God. There wasn't a God. There wasn't a Jesus. But guys, everything points that direction. Everything points to that belief, to the Bible, and nowadays proves it more than anything. But it's just, it amazes me how so many people deny, how so many people can have several signs and they still deny it. I don't know, it's shocking to me how that's something that is done. And I know I went off topic a little bit, but it's just a little rant that I feel like was needed. But let's get back on topic. I love horror movies. I like horror games, but I don't really know what to play next on my channel. I thought about doing the new Star Fox game. There's a good possibility I will do that, but there's other games that just catch my eye. But I don't know if you guys would be interested in watching them. And it's kind of what I'm hoping to have happen in this video is some public feedback, some feedback in general, just something to give me a sign, because guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little lost. And that's okay. You know, everybody gets lost in their life, and that's not a bad thing. That's never a bad thing. If you knew what you were gonna do all the time, life wouldn't be exciting. Life would not be interesting if we as human beings knew what we wanted to do 100% of the time. I find myself being lost quite a bit, honestly. You know, I get these ideas in my head, and I'm like, man, that'd be a really cool idea for a video, or this would be a really cool idea, or this would be a really cool idea. But I don't do it. I don't. There's so many options and ideas that I have, but I just don't ever do anything with it. I don't. I feel like that comes from my anxiety. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I feel like that comes from not wanting to let people down. I know that's probably a crazy idea or a crazy thought to have, but it's one of the main things I struggle with is I don't want to let people down. I don't want to let my friends down. I don't want to let my coworkers down. I don't want to let my family down. Because, you know, at the end of the day, without the love and support from you guys, from my family, even from the people growing up who told me, you know, that's impossible. You'd never be able to make that work. You'd never be able to achieve anything working on YouTube, uploading videos to a platform. You'd never be able to get a following. You'd never be able to have people who would watch your videos. You know, for a while, for the longest time, I believed them. You know, who would want to watch me? Who would want to sit down for 20, 30 minutes a day? 20, 30 minutes every couple days. 20, 30 minutes every now and then. Who would want to sit down and watch me? Some overweight guy playing video games. Who would want to do that? I mean, think about it. Who would want to watch somebody like that? Somebody who's not in the best shape. Somebody who's not in the peak physical condition that everybody else is in. Somebody... Aww. Daggone it. Somebody who just... most days... struggles. I don't even remember which way we went. This way, maybe? I know I'm close when I see a giant cobblestone staircase. But what sucks about this is we only have 5 minutes to find everything. Could this be the restart? I hope not. But this is why, and I don't know why I never do this. This is why you should take like beds in caves. But I never do. I never do. I don't know why. I remember lava, but I don't think it was right there. I mean, all I'm gonna say is, what are the odds that we get shot off the bridge by a skeleton? You know? What are the odds we get shot into lava by a skeleton? Oh, this looks disappointing. That's why you should also write chords down. I don't think we're gonna find it, unfortunately. That looks kind of promising. Man, oh man.
Daddy, what are you doing?
Recording a video.
Oh. Are you playing Minecraft?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Dad, you remember you said you want to play games with Mommy because you had to record a video?
Yeah.
Tonight, why are you playing games? That's a big game. Daddy, do you know that's a game? It is.
This isn't going very well, guys. And my daughter's in here roasting me too. Well, unfortunately, I think it's safe to say we lost everything. But that's okay. You know? Sometimes it doesn't hurt to restart. Sometimes it's okay. Oh. Sometimes all you need is a restart. I just don't understand. Like, we've been in that cave before, and I got lost. So I don't know. I would be able to find it if I could remember which way I went from my house. I have a feeling it might be this way. Could not be, you know. It is. See, we'd have just went behind the house the whole time. Is it though? Yep. See, guys, sometimes all you need is a different perspective. Sometimes all you need is to retrace your steps a little bit. But I don't know what I'm going to do when I go back down here, because I don't have what I need to get down to my stuff. I think We're going the wrong way. You know what, guys? I might just have to take this loss and start all over. I might just have to, guys. Is your boy gonna take his first L? I just have to start over. Whoa. Alright, guys. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have. Once again, a huge thank you to all of you guys for supporting this channel. I hope you enjoyed this kind of deep dive into your boy, Hypersonic. This is your boy signing off. Once again, thanking everyone for supporting my channel. It's been your boy, Hypersonic. God loves you. I love you. God bless you.